Bro, I swear to God on my mama, y'all not this stupid. Water is not wet! That shit don't even make fucking sense! Let me just explain how fucking stupid y'all really sound. If you go to the ocean with a cup of water, you not making the ocean more wet! You adding water to water! Have you ever tried to get water wet, bro? I want everybody to go get a cup of water and pour some water on top of some water and tell me what the fuck happened. It's like y'all stupid on purpose, bro. What? If I pour water on my shirt is wet. Water cannot be wet. Water, like this dick, get shit wet. If water is wet, you should be able to pour water on water and get the water wet because water is wet, right? But you see how fucking stupid that sounds? Have you bitches ever bought a wet wipe in your life? The wipe is wet. It's all right there for you, bro. You ever been in a store and let's say a motherfucker spills some shit on the ground? What the fuck do they do? Go get a motherfucking caution wet floor sign. They don't go get a caution wet water sign, you idiots. And then you got people going, well, water has to be wet because it's not dry. Bitch, what? That's like saying the opposite of green is 7. Where's the correlation? I know y'all wasn't paying attention in science class, but water is a combination of 2 hydrogen atoms and an oxygen atom. Okay? Water is a liquid. A liquid is something that flows freely. Freely. Let me just ask y'all one more stupid question. When it rains, right, is the sky wet? No, bitch! Okay, it's a whole bunch of y'all that must be real life stupid. So we gonna do a real science experiment. I ain't got shit to do today. Watch this. We finna get a cup of water. We gonna use a napkin, a spoon, some water, and just a dry countertop. Let's answer these questions. That's a paper towel, right? If I pour water on top of it, that's wet. That's a spoon, right? If I pour water on top of this spoon, that's a wet spoon. That's some water, right? If I pour water on top of this water, is that wet water? If I pour water on top of this countertop, the countertop is wet. But if I pour water on top of that water, it's not wet water, it's a fucking mess. Clean it up. There's literally no way nothing I just did doesn't make sense to you. If this shit don't get through to you, you stupid. You just stupid. It's okay, but you just stupid. I see I got a lot of people up there kind of mad because they feel like what I'm saying makes no sense. Maybe this will help. Let's say it's a house on fire, right? End of the goddamn sentence right there. You see what I just did? The house is on fire. The fire is not on fire. That's just stupid. The house is on fire. The roof! Anyways, back to what I was saying. The house is on fire, but you can't get fire on fire. You just make more fire. Switching that back over to water, you can't put water on water and get it wet. Just making more water.
It is not wet. And not until you take the fish out and expose to air, now it is wet. But if you are surrounded by water, you're not wet. Water is wet! If you're around water, you're wet.
Who's saying?
If you surrounded by water, you're not wet. The same way we're surrounded by air.
I'm surrounded by air. I'm not dry. That's what you're saying.
You're dry.
Okay.
You're dry.
Yo, bro, ask the question again. If you're surrounded by air in a cup and pour the water on top of you, no matter how little bit of water gets on you, you are now considered wet. Correct? So if you're all surrounded by air, you're dry. If a fish is all surrounded right now, me as a human being, there's no water on me, right? I'm surrounded by air. I'm dry. Once a bit of water touches me, I am now wet. A fish in water, surrounded by water, is not wet. Once you take the fish out of the water and expose it to air, once the air touches it, it is now considered wet because it's hit with the air. Not just water around it. When something is completely submerged in water, it is not wet.
I don't care about the riddle, bro. Can you just ask it? No! Y'all not serious right now. So you're telling me that when a submarine is underwater it's not wet. So this is what you're saying right now. You're basically saying that it's dry. You wanna know why? Because wet and dry are opposites. So if something's not wet, then it's nothing. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Think about what you're saying right now. Think about what you're saying right now. So you're saying that a fish is dry. That is what you're saying. That is basically. No. Everything has an opposite. If I'm not breathing, I'm not breathing. If I'm breathing, I'm breathing. That's just how it is, right? Everything has an opposite.
That's a question.
Stop.
When the rainy desert is now dry again.
Stop. Yo, bro, water. What is it? What are you gonna call it?
I wouldn't call it wet or dry. I wouldn't call it.
Oh, it's nothing. It's space. That's what you're saying.
You don't go to the.
Okay, to all you social media assholes out there that's saying water is not wet, I'm about to prove it to you guys right now, because the only explanation you guys have is, how could water be wet? If you put your hand in water, your hand isn't wet till you take it out. Well, that's not true. Your hand is wet while it's in the water. And when you take it out, the water comes off on your hand. So now I'm going to show you an example with this cloth right here. See, it's light gray, right? If I take this cloth and I put it in the water, it's going to turn dark gray in the water before I take it out because it is wet. Put it underwater and we see dark gray, right? Because it is wet. For example, I got another one because I know y'all assholes on social media always got a way around things and y'all think y'all so smart. For example, just toilet paper, right? Okay. If I take it and I put it in the water, I'm gonna put my hands in the water with it this time because I know y'all gonna say, oh, but the rag ain't turned gray till it came back up. Bullshit. I'm gonna take this tissue and I'm gonna put it under the water. And let's see if it's not gonna fold up or crunch, whatever happens to tissue when it get wet. Watch this. Oh, it's under the water. And look at the tissue. Look at the tissue. Doesn't look the same, does it? Exactly. Because water is fucking wet, you dickheads. Like, find something else to do to pass time, man, nigga. Go sign a petition to get Donald Trump impeached or something, dickheads.
Slim, Joe, if you're underwater, you're not wet. You are. If you're above water, yeah, because you can see the liquid coming off you.
Wow. You're wet if you're underwater.
How are you wet?
You're in water.
How are you wet?
You were in
Explain
water.
this fake ass.
You
story.
are getting wet while you're in water. What do you mean?
You can't get wet if you're in fucking water.
Yes, you can.
If your head is above water, you can get wet.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, bruh.
Fool.
You're wet if you're in water. Water is not wet, but an object in water is wet.
What the fuck? This nigga's stupid. Fool, are you serious right now?
Dead ass serious.
Hey, fool, what's wrong with your man, bro? For real.
Dead ass serious. I don't know.
This nigga said, yeah, what the fuck? You just repeat that shit.
I don't know. Water is not wet, but an object in water is wet. You cannot physically get water wet, but you can get something physical wet with water.
Oh, some man shit, bro.
Oh,
You
some
got,
man
like, confusing
shit.
me.
That was the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Confusing the hell out of me.
Man, look here.
If that's how,
Hit him with the line, Tay. Hit him with the line.
fuck is you drunk? I'm about to rotisserate your ass. If you put your hand in a cup of water,
Your hand is wet.
oh shit. If your full body's in the cup, and if your full body's in water, you're not wet.
You're wet. You're in
If you put your
water.
hand in water, it's not wet until you take it out.
But you have to get into the water to get wet, so
Oh my god.
you're getting wet while getting in the water.
So when you get out of water,
You have to get
oh,
out
wait,
of
and
the
when you get
water.
out, when you get out of water, is it dripping on you?
Yeah.
If your whole body underwater, is it dripping on you? No.
No. But look,
Then water's not wet.
water is wet. Any object that you put in water gets wet.
If I put a rock in the water right now,
It's wet.
it's not wet until I take it out.
It's wet while it's in there because it's getting wet. You have to take it out. You ain't gonna take it out and it's gonna be dry.
Who takes rocks out the water anyway? Like a fish tank. Is rocks in the fish tank, right?
Yes.
Is it wet?
Yes.
So you can see the drips on the rock.
Depending on the situation.
What the fuck type rocks do you see got drips on it? Let me fucking know right now.